Hello.
Sir, you're charged with especially aggravated kidnapping. You're also charged with aggravated assault, and you're charged with theft of a firearm worth less than $2,500.
You're talking about stuff that is not relevant.
Hello and welcome to the Court of Public Opinion. I am the Recovery Addict, and boy do I have a case for you today.
Why is the dog chewing on this guy?
I think they have got the wrong guy
They
there.
got the wrong guy. The dog was biting him.
He roughing him up quite a bit. There's a lawsuit.
No, I'm not Peyton Ansley John Milton.
Hello.
I'm the agent authorized to represent Peyton Ansley John Milton as written in all capital letters.
Thank you. And as to Mr. Milton, is there a competency concern, or
I am not represented by anybody besides myself. In my sovereign capacity, appreciate you.
Thank you, Your Honor. I did have an opportunity to speak to him. I read him the reports.
Who is him?
don't interrupt.
I read him.
You just stay quietly.
Thank you.
I read him the report so that he will understand the charges against him. He didn't wish to hear anything more about his rights, and he does not wish to be represented.
All right. Good morning. Welcome to the Court of Public Opinion. I am the Recovery Addict. Happy Friday the 13th. Let it be. Thank you very much. Also, big huge welcome to Kim R16. Kim, you're first in chat today, which means we're going to punish you for your promptness. Everything IP-related worldwide is your responsibility, which includes making sure the roofers who are tearing, 70-year-old shingles off my roof, I think they're like 30-year-old shingles, they can't throw any of these bundles down and hit my fiber line. If you could also take care of that, that would be great. So far, so good. But they are throwing a whole bunch of crap off my roof, and I'm worried. So, welcome. I got the hoodie on today. Got the hoodie. I might go incognito and just like fully. How do the kids wear them these days? Do they cover their eyes? I forget. Anyway, I can see you all. Welcome. It's great to be here. We with the roofing. That's not good. I can see, you guys can't see this, but right up here on my window, like on my blind, I've got like a semi-transparent curtain, and I can see the shadow of my fiber line. And it just got hit and went like that. They just hit something. Okay, I might get Starlink out this morning just in case and have just a backup. So because court must go on, so that's gonna be the thing. Anyway. Yeah, super excited about what's happening up on the roof. Neighbors, not so much, because apparently I thought, and I realized it was a bad choice then, I thought I chose a light gray shingle to go on the roof of our house. My mistake. I should have realized that Mrs. R.A., who was showing me the colors on her phone when I just chose from a little tiny color swatch that was about that big, she likes to keep the brightness way down on her phone to save battery. I didn't take that into account when I was choosing. Apparently I chose lime green. I'm sorry, neighbors. It's too late to change. We're getting a lime green roof on a white house. I'm sorry. It's like the FU trees all over again. If you saw the podcast last night, you know what that means. But lime green roof. Yes, we'll see how it looks. Maybe it'll look different from, down here, but I doubt it. We'll be that house. Beautiful, yeah. It will go well with a couple Coronas, apparently. But anyway, no, I'm not joking. I'm mortified. I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry. It's the big old bonsai FU. Yes, that's, but on the roof in lime green. All right, it might look great. It might. I'm holding out hope. I've got my fingers crossed. I have no reason to hope. My wife came in she went to the store this morning. She came back. She's like, "Have you seen the shingle color?" I'm like, "It's still in the package. I haven't looked. She's like, "I did. It's green." So I did that. Anyway, good morning. Welcome. So I will give proof. I'll show you my roof when it's done. As she says, it's just a tint of green. It's like white and green on a white house. Selena K, hello, 35 months. Lena, look at your profile picture. Greener's had a little fun with that, I think. Put your picture in front of a police lineup board. So it looks amazing. That's just great. I love it there. Let's see. A couple things. Also, I think, Selena, you had a message earlier this morning that I missed. Just one second. Let me go back. Nope, that was from yesterday. Deidre Tyler, welcome to the gallery. Thank you very much. Selena, you are, in fact, an OG. Thank you for your support. Thanks for being a court watcher for us this time around. Couple things. We're going to have a, why is lime grade even an option? I know, and I told my wife, it was a silly thing. I'm like, why didn't you tell me, Scott? No, that's an ugly color. Choose something else. No, it was all on me. In my head, I'm like, I even gave her the rationale. I said, remember how hot it gets up there? Remember how it was 130 degrees, 130 Fahrenheit in our attic last summer? We need a lighter color shingle. And I convinced her. She's like, you're right. It was so hot. It was cooking. We were melting in our house. We got the lighter color shingle. It's just lime green. So good morning. Good morning. We're going to celebrate a couple birthdays this morning. Thank you, Red Pen, for the pin. I'm not sure if you guys fought over this, but looks like we have a few to celebrate. And there's some wonderful people in here. Looks like a two-verser. So I'm going to need some help. Everyone, wherever you are, if you're able and it's legal, stand up, take a deep breath, shoulders back, project your voice to the back of the room, blend your voice with your neighbor, and warm up with me if you will. La 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 la. Hang on, who's this? Is this Juicy? Gouzier? Stop. I need a pronunciation guide really quickly. I need a pronunciation guide, somebody. Please. Gouzier? Just give me a language to try to fake the accent in. Go with juicy. I like juicy. I don't think it says what it is. I think there's got to be like a Y in there somewhere, right? And I'm going with juicy. Juicy, I'm sorry. I know you've never been called that before, and it's probably an insult. Know in my heart that I mean to say your name correctly the first time. But you say? Oh, you just Detective says you say. Just drop the G altogether. I broke this. I broke the song. Hang on. The Dutch name is pronounced Hoesja. Like Hoesja Daddy. Right? Is that am I on the right? I'm sorry, Hoesja. Hoesja it is. Okay, we're going to do this again. Stand up one more time. Get back up. Deep breath. Shoulders back. Project your voice to the back of the room. Blend your voice with a neighbor and warm up with me again, if you will. La 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 la. Hoesja. Now we need to find the birthdays again. Where'd they go? There they are. Good. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Gina, Pusia, Helen B, Jamir, and Kathleen Coolidge Richards. Happy birthday to you. Wow, we got the whole Kathleen Coolidge Richards in there. Kathleen, got all of it. Excellent. Now we've got second verse, Christy Robinson, Lee McIntosh, Michelle, Nurse for God, and Wonderful Nerd 3. Second verse. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Christy Robinson, Lee McIntosh, Michelle, Nurse for God, and Wonder Nerd 3. Happy birthday to you. There you go. Gina, Husia, Helen B, Jamir, Kathleen Coolidge Richards, Christy Robinson, Lee McIntosh, Michelle, Nurse for God, and Wonder Nerd 3. It is a special day today. It is your birthday. There are many wonderful days. Today is your special day. And I realize there are a million places you could be and a million people you could have celebrated with, but you chose to be here with us. The privilege, pleasure, the honor, the joy, that is ours. But hopefully we can turn that back to you, make your day just a little more special, or begin by helping yourself to free pancakes at Denny's, IHOP Village Inn, Waffle House, McDonald's, Tammy Dunlap's House, and his grill, Bob Evans, and Cracker Barrel. I like this name, Huska. Please tell me the last name is Daddy. It's got to be Daddy. Who's your daddy? Maybe this is not appropriate. I'm sorry. Happy birthday. Oh, it's Miss Runkle's birthday as well. Happy birthday, Miss Runkle. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Miss Ruckle. And hope Ian takes you out for something special. Suggest who's it to your son as a name? No, they've already chosen. There you go, drum solo. Big finish. All right, thank you very much. We got a couple other messages I was supposed to click on, but I was busy reading chat. I apologize. OG Sean White, 140 away from 1K. I did my milestone 25 months during podcast last night. Did you see? I saw your post. I was able to watch briefly. You were on. I watched in the morning actually yesterday. I didn't see the milestone podcast. I might be able to. I'm sorry. I was telling stories and I got a little carried away. The whole podcast last night did not go according to plan, so I do apologize. But OG Sean White, that makes you an OG. But you already are. You knew that. 140 away on your channel from 1,000. That is awesome, Sean. I want to see that boom and just keep going up. You're rocking it. Great job over there. Stephen N. Just use mirrored shingles. Reflect all the heat away from your attic. Okay, my neighbors have this. My neighbors have a silver roof, like aluminum silver, like polished aluminum. It's basically the same thing, right? It can't be that bad. I don't know. I'll fly my drone up and take some pictures, I think. Well, no, I can't. Because North Carolina says if I fly a drone and take a picture of somebody else's house without their permission, they can sue me for $10,000. Yes, it's a law. It's on the books. I can take a picture of my house. I can't show you my neighbors from the sky. I'll have to do that from the ground. Thanks, North Carolina, for ruining something fun. Eden the Wise, member for 20 months. OG! Eden the Wise, congratulations. Thank you. You hit that status. I think you've been here a little longer already. But Gina is my sister. Thank you for seeing her and for her birthday. Selena, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Can you crop them out? I don't know. Well, the purpose would be to show their house. Like I want to show you what everyone else's look like, and then there's mine. So it's like the one green roof. I'd fly the drone up. I think it stops at 400 feet AGL, adjusted ground level. So if I took off from my roof, I could probably get up to because it counts based off where you take off from, which is a flaw in the system. But if I took off from my roof, I could get up to 430 feet. I probably should take off from the ground level, and then get an aerial, or just wait till Google satellite flies over and updates their image. Because that's legal, and nobody gets sued for $10,000 there. It's a silly law. Silly law. Don't get me started. Yes, we did hit 69,000 addicts on the subscriber count. Thank you very much for that. We hit that yesterday, I think, which was wonderful. Today, let me tell you what's on the schedule. A lot of you are here because you want to see Corey Richens, and I am as well. Corey Richens doesn't start. Her trial doesn't start until 3 o'clock Eastern. It's a very late start. It probably won't go till the usual 6:30 at night Eastern time that it does before, because we're focusing on the rules that the jury is going to be given and the instructions they get for deliberation. It's might be quick, might be spicy, most likely won't be, but I'm here for it because I know that the defense is desperate and they need a win. They haven't had one recently. So we're going to watch that, and then Monday is closing arguments and jury instructions. And then we start deliberation, probably in the afternoon on Monday. And then we go into verdict watch for as long as it takes a jury of 8 to reach a unanimous verdict, or until they hang. I mean, not that. I'm not talking about that. Like hung jury. So, all right. Only Funsies, thank you very much for catching that milestone. All right. We have court today. Josh has done some hard work, and we played on the intro just a couple things. Let's see. Did you get? Yes, I did, Josh. I was just talking about you. Did you get the 2 things in mod chat? Yes. Will you be sunbathing on your roof when Google satellite flies over? Usually, that's what I go for. I'm that guy. If you guys, what I said, by the way, what I said this morning in podcast does not get, or in the mod chat does not get mentioned on the. It stays in mod chat, just for the record, about the wake up. let's go to court, shall we? We've got this fun thing that happened just the other day with Judge McNally. We missed it because we were watching Corey Richens, but let's get him over here. He's on 7. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
And then again, like I said, if they don't give you what you want, you come back in here and tell me. All right. Good luck.
Judge McNally or Judge Davis.
James Lee Page Jr. 26W841132.
One of our favorites.
Special appearance.
Oh boy, one of these guys, eh? Your name?
Sir, James Lee.
Your last name's Page, isn't it?
I am of the Page family, but my name is James Lee.
Yeah, you can play with me this morning.
No, sir, I do not wish to.
Is your last name Page?
Sir, I'm not from evil fiction. I'm a
I don't want to hear this nonsense.
living man.
Listen, you want to play games?
I do not.
Find some other court and some other judge who's not going to play with you. Okay.
Dude,
If you're not James Lee Page, then you shouldn't stand up here, and I'm just going to issue a warrant for James Lee Page.
well, that's
Hang on.
I'm not trying to.
Either you are or you aren't James Lee Page. If you aren't, back away from the podium. If you are, tell me that. I'm not going to play with you. Are you James Lee Page?
I'm a living man.
Back away from the podium.
Sir,
I'll issue a warrant for you.
sir,
Then back up.
may I please ask?
No, you can't ask a question. You're not James Lee Page. You have no business being here. Back away from the podium.
Sir,
You want to end up in the lockup?
I do not. Please.
Back up away from the podium. You're not the defendant.
Can we hold court, please?
Back up.
Can you give me?
John, stay away. John.
Can I please?
No, you're not James Lee Page. Back away from the podium.
Sir, I am.
Well, then don't play with me. Then don't lie to
I'm
me.
not trying to lie to you, sir, but you understand that they're trying to act like I'm gonna be.
I'm like,
Corporation or something. That's what it is, no.
I'm not playing games. You want to play games? I'll go buy you a Monopoly game at the Dollar Value store. You can take it home and play games.
That's not games.
Well, then don't tell me you're not James Lee Page if you're James Lee Page.
That's got some too different.
I don't want to hear your nonsense. I'm not putting up with it today. I've had enough of you people coming in here. I'm talking about these sovereign citizen characters that want to think they run the courthouse. You're not running this courtroom.
I'm not a sovereign citizen.
Well, okay.
But
Listen, there's nothing for you to say. You're charged with operating with the presence of drugs. You have the right to a lawyer. If you want a lawyer, I will give you a lawyer right now. If you don't want a lawyer, then I'm going to arraign you. I'm going to let you go talk to the prosecutor and see if you can resolve. Do you want a lawyer to represent you?
at any time I could hire an attorney, right?
Sure.
Or I don't have to waive any rights for that.
I'm just telling you, you have the right to a lawyer by law through the MIDC.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So I could give you a lawyer right now that will talk to you and represent you at this arraignment and pretrial, if you want me to. If you want to waive your right to a lawyer and say, Judge, I don't want a lawyer, I'm going to go ahead and arraign you. I'm going to explain the charge, possible penalties, and your rights.
Yes, sir.
If you decide you want to hire a lawyer, then you just tell me that and I'll let you go hire it. Okay?
Well, if I tell you I want to hire a lawyer, and what if I end up not hiring a lawyer? Am I in trouble or something?
I don't know what you mean. I can arraign you today, explain the charge and the possible penalties. If you choose to go hire your lawyer, I'm going to set a new date and go let you go hire your own lawyer.
Okay. Well, I was never served a summons.
I didn't ask you that.
I understand that.
I didn't ask you that.
You're trying to hold a free trial without a summons?
I'm the judge. I'm not a witness. You want to ask me questions, you're not asking me questions. You're going to only ask me questions about things that you don't understand. You're not going to ask me questions. I'm not a witness.
Yes, sir.
Now, I'm just asking you, it's a yes or no. It's very simple. Would you like me to appoint you a lawyer right now to represent you at the arraignment and the pretrial? Yes or no?
And when would the arraignment be?
Right now, as soon as you talk to the lawyer and the lawyer goes and talks to the prosecutor for you.
I don't know, how can I properly defend myself if I've never been served for something?
I'm not gonna debate. They don't pay me enough to debate things with you. I'm not gonna debate with you. You either tell me, Judge, I want a lawyer.
Can we adjourn this statement so I can get something properly, service?
Sir, sir. If you think you weren't properly served, you can file an appropriate motion. I'm going to arraign you today. I will give you a lawyer to help you through the arraignment today. And then I'm gonna set a bond. And then you can decide to hire your own lawyer if you choose to, represent yourself if you choose to. And we're gonna proceed with the case.
So the special appearance did nothing for you? I mean,
I know these, listen, I get these things around line.
But I said the magic words, Judge.
I get it.
I'm just trying to.
You want to have fun. You want to have fun. This is not a place to have fun.
It's not fun for you.
You want a lawyer, yes or no?
If you're forcing an arraignment on today, sir.
I'm forcing an arraignment on you.
And if there is an arraignment,
It's just where I explain the charge and the possible penalties and your rights. Or you can go get a lawyer. I'll give you a lawyer. You can talk to the lawyer. You can talk about all this, that you weren't served with a summons and the government is corrupt and the government doesn't do what they're supposed to do. And that's fine. You can raise all those all those defenses, and I will listen to you.
so you will give me an attorney to talk to right now?
Absolutely. Free of charge.
Did you say free of charge?
Free of charge. You're entitled to one. The state adopted these rules. It's not my rule,
Free 99.
but they did
Today
that about
only.
6, 7, 8 years ago now.
And an arraignment, you want a plea or you want just to understand the charges?
You go talk to a lawyer.
I can walk out here right now and go talk to the lawyer?
Yeah, we're going to give you one. I'll give you a lawyer. John, who will be his lawyer?
Probably.
Is Mr. Crawford here?
Yes, sir.
Who else do we have here today? Who? Who's Tony Carvin and Court Security? What about Christopher Shep?
Brain attorney.
All right. So yes, we will set you up with a lawyer. You go right out in the hallway and he's going to give you a lawyer.
Sir, I'm not fully sure if I want one. It's just an arraignment. You just want them to charges and I just want fully.
Arraignment is where I explain the charge,
Okay.
possible penalties, and your rights. Period. You can have a lawyer to do that with and come in here with the lawyer and have the lawyer go negotiate this case to the extent that he wants to or you want to. Or you can waive your right to a lawyer and I will arraign you.
I believe I can just handle it already, just telling me my rights, correct?
You can say it again. I'm explaining to you the charge, possible penalties, and your rights.
I can handle this.
You know the form he wanted you to sign that you declined to sign because for whatever reason you decided you wanted to be a little bit more belligerent?
No, not that, sir.
Well, you didn't want to sign the advice of rights form. You can read, right?
I mean,
You can read, right?
I can read.
Then why didn't you want to sign the advice of rights that
I
he
just
handed
didn't
you?
see why would I have to sign to say, hey, I want my rights, so I wouldn't. Well, why would I have to sign to keep your rights?
You just want to engage in this banter. It's kind of funny.
Sir,
It's kind of funny, really. I've seen enough of this and
please don't.
I don't-
need to let everybody else do that.
I'm different. I'm special.
it's always a good scene when somebody doesn't want to sign the advice of rights that they're going to come up here and interview with. I'm just a little conduit. I didn't have anything to do with the ticket.
No, sir.
I don't have anything to do with writing the law.
Not.
Right. Let's make this easy. You're going to answer, yes, I want a lawyer, or no, I don't want a lawyer. And if you tell me, no, I don't, then I'm going to go through your rights. And I'm still going to read all your rights to you because you were too belligerent to handle and sign the advice of rights that he asked you to sign. So do you want a lawyer, yes or no?
At this day, no, sir.
Okay, do you want me to arraign you then without a lawyer?
I would like to prove jurisdiction first, so we can proceed.
You're going to have to file a motion on that. You don't want a lawyer, right?
Sir, I put in a notice for a special appearance to come here to challenge jurisdiction only.
Are we going to address subject matter jurisdiction?
Like the prosecutor Represent
They don't need
jurisdiction.
they have jurisdiction. The court has jurisdiction.
Can you place that evidence, sir?
The court has jurisdiction.
Can you place that evidence, sir, and explain how I'm bound to that? Any unrevealed contracts?
Unrevealed contracts. What a great contract. Huh? Unrevealed contracts. I love this stuff. I love this.
I'm just
You
trying.
want me to arraign you or you want a lawyer?
Like you to prove jurisdictions.
I don't need to prove anything. I'm not a party to the action. I'm the judge. I'm the independent arbiter.
Yeah, sir.
It is alleged, sir, that you did operate a motor vehicle while you were under the influence of drugs. They think that you had operated that vehicle on November 28 of 25 at 12:56 in the morning on Allen near Van Horn and Woodhaven, operating with the presence of drugs. It says you had in your system THC. This is a misdemeanor, punishable by up to $500 in fines, 93 days jail, 360 hours community service, court costs, or all those. 6 points would be added to your traffic record. Your license would be suspended or revoked in accordance with your record. Your vehicle could be, or it might have to be immobilized depending upon your record. Do you understand that?
I understand you mean staying under jurisdiction? No.
I said, you understand what I just said?
Competent to what you.
You understand what I said, right?
I'm competent to what you said.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Competent. What do you mean?
You have another word for understanding?
Do you have another word for understand?
Sir, I'm just gonna navigate and keep my rights in your courtroom, sir.
It's not my court. I don't see anywhere in here where they deeded me the property. I've never referred to this. Not one time as my court. It's not my court. Well, that just means I'm a little occupant. I'm a tenant here. They gave me the privilege of sitting here for the last 32 years. You see that guy? That was my father, and he was here for 18, the first and best judge of the court ever. The guy in the back there was my grandfather, who was a heck of a lawyer and the Wayne County prosecutor and a justice of the peace. Now, I'm not playing with you. Do you understand what I said?
I'm competent to what you said, sir.
Good. All right, now you have the right to remain silent. That's a big right. You have the right to remain silent.
Doesn't have the ability.
You do not have to say anything. If you choose to say something in or out of court, whether orally or in writing, it can be used against you. Do you understand?
Competent.
You understand you have the right to be represented by a lawyer not only today, but at all subsequent court proceedings. If you cannot afford a lawyer, I will be more than happy to provide you with one at public expense. If you ever choose to submit the questioning with law enforcement officials, and you don't have to do that, you have the right to be represented by your lawyer. Do you understand that? Do you understand that you have the right to a trial in this case? You have the constitutional right to a jury trial. At that trial, 6 people would be impaneled. All 6 would have to agree that you're guilty beyond a reasonable doubt in order for you to be convicted. At a trial, you have the right to remain silent. And that silence would not be held against you. Do you understand? And do you understand that at a trial, you could bring in your own witnesses, you could use the subpoena powers of the court to bring in those witnesses, you could testify or remain silent. If you just testify, that's your choice. You can cross-examine prosecution witnesses. You can use the subpoena powers of the court to bring in those witnesses. And if you plead guilty at any time, we're not going to have a trial, and we're waiving the presumption of innocence. You're waiving the requirement that they prove you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand?
Competent, sir.
All right, so I will go ahead and I will enter a not
Sir, can I
guilty.
ask another question? I did present a motion.
I'm gonna, hang on. I'm gonna go ahead and enter a not guilty plea for you.
Well, that would be passing off from the bill, sir.
Okay, would it? You want me to enter a guilty plea for you? I'll ask you how you plead. Do you plead not guilty or guilty?
Well, sir, I wish not to plead without proof.
The court is entering a not guilty plea.
I object to it.
You want to plead guilty?
No, sir, I don't.
Okay, well, you can't have it both ways. It's either not guilty, mute, or guilty. I mean, I don't know what you're talking about here. You're having your fun. I get it. I'll enter a not guilty plea, and I will look. It depends what it is.
I did turn in the motion for dismissal. Like,
There's no, you can file your motion to dismiss, okay? You're gonna have to file a written motion,
I filed.
serve it on the prosecutor, and then we'll set a hearing date.
And then how do I get my summons?
You don't need a summons. They gave you a
I
citation.
should know what information is being.
Oh, you want discovery? You want the police materials? That's different than a summons. If you want discovery, I'll be glad to give you discovery. Since you want to represent yourself, apparently, you can prepare your own discovery order. $1,000 personal bond. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court. You cannot violate any law or ordinance. You must appear in court as directed. And I'm going to give you a new court date. Again, I'm going to invite you to go hire your own lawyer. If you want a court-appointed lawyer, you can fill out a petition for one. But your bond conditions are no alcohol, no marijuana, no illegal drugs, no marijuana either, or illegal controlled substance. Also, again, you cannot leave the state, cannot violate a law, you must appear in court as directed. Heather, give me a date, please.
March 18th at 9:30.
I'm sorry, what, the 18th at 9:30?
Correct, Judge.
If it's the same question, I'm not going to answer it. If you have a different or new question, I'll be glad to answer it.
Well, I'm a medical marijuana card patient holder, and I use marijuana for medical purposes.
Well, you're going to have to provide proof of that.
Okay.
Um,
And I can do that now.
let me put it to you this way. As of right now, while I honor the medical marijuana law, even though I might disagree with it, I'm going to tell you no medical marijuana. And the reason is that the allegation here is that you were under I want to be clear about this. If this involved alcohol, my standard order says no alcohol, marijuana, or illegal drugs. I would never stop somebody from using medical marijuana if they have a valid medical marijuana card. The problem here is, and a court on appeal can hear me nice and loudly, the allegation here is that it was marijuana and that your ability to operate that motor vehicle was impeded. In other words, you operated with the presence of drugs in your system, which is illegal. So therefore, even if you have a valid medical marijuana card at this point, I'm denying you the ability to use medical marijuana. And it's solely on that basis. Again, if this involved alcohol or some other type of drug, at least the allegation on the ticket is that you're under the influence based upon marijuana use. So I'm not allowing you to use medical marijuana right now. We will set this for a pretrial. You can file any motions. You can hire a lawyer. You can demand, you can ask for a court appointed, in which case I will do that. So you're going to go down the hall, get your court.
What was the date again?
March the 18th, and we'll give you.
Can I get a little further to try to help people to hire an attorney?
Well, I don't know. You haven't really told me you were going to hire an attorney. You said that at one point.
2 weeks away, I haven't seen summons, discovery. I haven't seen nothing.
It's a pretrial. It's not a trial.
Okay.
I'll set it for a pretrial.
And pretrial, can you please explain to me?
Pretrial is when you or your lawyer can meet with the prosecutor. If you want to go talk to the prosecutor right now about signing a discovery order, I'll be happy to sign it. And you can get the paper discovery from the prosecutor now.
I'll talk to the prosecutor about anything.
You can, if you choose to. If you're going to waive your right to a lawyer, you can always talk to the prosecutor. You can go in and see if you can resolve the case right now. You can go in and tell them about your motion if you waive your right to a lawyer and say, hey, you didn't serve me with a summons.
But as of right now, I cannot do that?
No.
Okay.
If you don't want a lawyer and you want to go talk to him and represent yourself, I can't stop you from doing that. Feel free. Maybe you can go in and tell him these things you just told me. And maybe he's going to just say, you know what, I'm afraid of you. I'm going to dismiss the case. He might say that. I don't know. You can do that. So if you want to go talk to him about a discovery order or your motion to dismiss for want of jurisdiction or anything else, feel free. As of now, though, my discussion with you is concluding, period. Go out, get your court date, and figure out how you're going to proceed. Thank you.
Can I get a further court date?
No. No, that's 2 weeks. Let's move. Come on.
I gotta hire an attorney in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Prepare
Get out of here. Back away from the podium.
Let's see.
You've had your fun for one day. We'll have more fun going forward. Jennifer Nicole
Yes,
Watts.
we will.
Two.
Winter Libby, good morning.
6W841-641.
8 inches of snow. Oh, gee. That's a lot of snow. That's a lot of snow. Oh, my
Good morning.
goodness.
Your name? You're charged with violation of parental responsibility law, and you have the right to a lawyer.
Uh-oh.
Would you like
That's
a
not
lawyer?
a good one. That's not a good one.
Okay, so I'll arraign you.
Okay. That was a fun one. I didn't clip anything. I'll probably have to get a clean feed where I'm not laughing or making noise or the roofers throwing shingles on my roof during that. Wow. Judge Dad is just epic on that. I think, let's see, the other one was Oakley, right? The way I'm currently set up, I've tied my recorders into the live stream from Corey Richin, so I can't record anything else. But so I can't grab that clip right now. Whoa, don't want that. Judge Oakley. Okay, I think it's that one. All right, hang on, Josh. We're going to try to pull up the other one here. From yesterday. "34th District Court Judge." There he is. Give me just 1 second. We'll get up on the screen for you. It was 2:14:22. 1 hour 55-minute mark. Lots happened yesterday in these courts. This is fun. It's always good when they save the best for last. All right, let's go back. Judge Oakley, fantastic judge. Likes the cursey words, so you might hear some of those today. Let's see what happens.
Mr. Bout, it's your appearance for Mr. Schomer.
Your Honor, for the records, Jeff, about very obvious. With Mr. Stover, sir, tell the judge your name for the record, please. And it's Sean.
Thank you. Hold on just a minute. Just so you know, we told Mr. Smith we'll just give him a notice.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll let you know what the date is.
I think I can.
Okay.
I got it right up right here from Mr. Smith.
I don't know why there's two.
Oh, no. It's just an adjournment.
Yeah, adjourn for discovery.
It's gonna be in person, just so you know. Remember, you did a sentencing, Mr. Louder who changed to.
Yeah, Delauder's not a pretrial day.
That's fine.
Yeah, so this will be a different date.
Absolutely.
Okay, all right.
I like the
Your
judge's
Honor,
timer.
today's the date time set for violation of probation.
I've got two files. I've got a file ending in 1182, and I've got file ending in 1648.
Your Honor, the violation of probation is he picked up new charges. I'm not addressing the new charges because he has a retained attorney
Right,
on the new charges.
and a date to come back on that file.
Right.
Right.
When he has an issue today, Your Honor,
So that's not the only issue today. The new charges are an allegation that they would be a violation of probation, but my indication from the probation department is that Mr. Schomer has not done anything I've told him to do. Told him to do treatment at GrowthWorks, told him to do community service, gave him work program days. Has he ever showed you any indication of treatment?
No indication or documentation of treatment, Your Honor. He did complete his 30 hours of community service, which was a sanction for appearing at the court intoxicated.
Right.
And a documentation of treatment. He did complete the order of 10 days on the work program. Again, that's a sanction. Completed 8 or 9, I believe, and on that 8 or 9th day was when he was intoxicated while on work.
Right. So he hasn't finished the work program. He showed up here, including today, at least 3 times under the influence. What was his PBT today?
Today is 0.10.
All right. Do you have, Mr. Bowditch, do you have any concerns whether or not Mr. Schomer is so intoxicated that he can't make informed decisions today? All right. So are we entering a responsible or a guilty plea to the violation or a not guilty plea?
Well, Your Honor, I plead guilty. He picked up a new charge and he's intoxicated in court. That's obviously a violation. So we can plead him guilty. He said his explanation, he can afford that to Your Honor.
I'm willing to listen to anything you've got to tell me, Mr. Schomer.
Excuse.
It was last night. I had girls and friends come over. We were playing cards till like 2 o'clock in the morning. And I went to bed after that. I didn't wake up this morning to sign anything. Right? I came in here, took a shower, had my coffee, and I showed up here early.
All right.
To tend to a case that they think I was drunk, and there's no proven evidence of that.
Well, I'm not talking about that file. That's, you've got to.
I was here this morning.
Yeah. Yeah, but you knew you were coming here. It wasn't a surprise visit.
Yeah, I didn't come in here intoxicated.
You're legally intoxicated by law. By law, sir, don't argue. By law, you're legally intoxicated. The state of Michigan says at a .08, you are presumed to be intoxicated.
I had a night, okay, with friends, okay. We enjoyed our moment, okay. I had a few drinks, okay. I can't.
No, sir, don't blow smoke up my ass. Listen to me. If you're at a .08 at 11 o'clock in the morning, you had more than a few drinks last night. And you had more than a few.
Who was counting? I mean, just enjoying the moment.
I bet you'll be counting now because I'm violating on both these files and you're going to do 90 days in jail on each file. I don't understand how your head works.
Listen, I can get Uber to take.
No, I'll provide transportation for the next trip. 90 days in jail on each of these 2 files, and then we'll close them out unsuccessfully.
I'll look at my own.
That's not my concern.
It's my job.
That's not my concern. Sir, I have given you every leeway.
I didn't do this intentionally.
You accidentally got so drunk last night that you're at a .10 at 11 a.m.
I thought.
Then grow the hell up. You're not 20 years old. The kind of behavior I'm seeing from you is what I'm used to seeing in 20-year-olds. Go to jail. Goodbye. We're done.
What do you want this way?
I'm going to rewind that for a minute because I want a clean feed. That's a soundbite I need.
I don't.
Hang on, we're going back a few minutes.
After that, I didn't wake up this morning to sign anything. Right? I came in here, took a shower, had my coffee, and I showed up here early.
All right.
To tend to a case that they think I was drunk, and there's no proven evidence of that.
Well, I'm not talking about that file. That's you've got to.
I was here this morning.
Yeah. Yeah, but you knew you were coming here. It wasn't a surprise visit.
Yeah, I didn't come in here intoxicated.
You're legally intoxicated by law. By law, sir, don't argue. By law, you're legally intoxicated. The state of Michigan says at a .08, you are presumed to be intoxicated.
I had a night, okay, with friends, okay. We enjoyed our moment, okay. I had a few drinks, okay. I can't.
No, sir, don't blow smoke up my ass. Listen to me. If you're at a .08 at 11 o'clock in the morning, you had more than a few drinks last night. And you had more than a few.
Who was counting? I mean, I'm just enjoying the moment.
I bet you'll be counting now because I'm violating on both these files and you're going to do 90 days in jail on each file. I don't understand how your head works.
Listen, I can get Uber to take.
No, I'll provide transportation for the next trip. 90 days in jail on each of these 2 files, and then we'll close them out unsuccessfully.
I'll look at my own.
That's not my concern.
It's my job.
That's not my concern. Sir, I have given you every leeway.
I didn't do this intentionally.
You accidentally got so drunk last night that you're at a .10 at 11 a.m.
I thought.
Then grow the hell up. You're not 20 years old. The kind of behavior I'm seeing from you is what I'm used to seeing in 20-year-olds. Go to jail. Goodbye. We're done.
What do you want this way? You think we're my pets? Are they here now? No. Okay, we got.
Never ceases to be baffled. You know? All right, thank you, Mr. Bowditch.
Adams the break.
It must. We've been talking about it. He's always the most pleasant of people, and he keeps making decisions like a young and dumb.
Wait, is sober for 180 days?
And he'll get drunk when he gets out.
We lose control of that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, but taking.
But now, you know, all this stuff, it's stupid, but it's not dangerous. But now the allegation is he's driving like that. Right? I mean, we can't. He's gone beyond, he's a nuisance. Right? Now he's a danger.
Thank you.
Wow.
The only good news, John, ain't one of my kids.
Good point.
It ain't one of my kids.
You're welcome.
Okay, thank you guys.
It's your client.
So I want to make sure we do something on that MIT. So number one, they don't try to do them concurrent.
Oh, no, I will.
And I don't know what we can put, for whatever it's worth, put in order of release.
So we are done, correct?
Yeah, we get that final hearing at 1:15.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if anybody will speak.
Oh, thank you, because I was supposed to.
Yeah, I was forgot, so that's why I thought she can.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Does it still record right now, even though no one's up there for microphones?
Yeah, because I hadn't hit you.
And I don't want to turn this off because otherwise then I screw up and forget. But you can still talk.
He's Junior's the one that came with the Jose Cuervo on the work program.
Oh, that's right.
Junior caught him.
I mean, I knew he showed up drunk,
Check
but
her out.
I forgot he actually showed up with the alcohol.
Yeah, he threw one away.
Bad.
Not a trick.
What was that?
Yes.
We're gonna go partying with some girls and some.
This is all good. Well, he threw his friends.
You should find the things. And last thing.
No, they're whispering. They're walking away. All right. Sad situation. Sad situation with addiction. That's that his sober times are 0.10. That's a situation the judge says we can't. It's a safety concern. 90 days, making sure he serves 90 days, and then the other 90 days, so a total of 180. Not concurrent, and make sure there's no early release. That will force sobriety, but the judge called it and said, he's going to drink when he gets out. It sounded like the officers are going to send somebody over to take care of his pets, because that was a concern that he had when he went into jail. But it's sad, but at the same time, what else could the judge do? White Bear, welcome to the gallery. Thank you very much. Judge Oakley has. I told you he doesn't mind saying the cursey words in court, and he's got a couple of phrases as well. Never heard him say the smoke one before, but I want the one that says, "Go away, go to jail, goodbye, good day, sir." I want that soundbite. We can use that in other situations. All right. Did you see that Judge Stephanie Boyd lost her primary race? Yes. Her term ends at the end of the year. Yep. She took it like a champ. She's like, well, I've got, we'll do something else. It's just happy. Mom called, asked if I was sad. She's like, no, it's great. I'm fine. But she did lose. She lost against a candidate who campaigned against cameras in the courtroom. There have been a couple notable cases that Judge Boyd has gotten heated discussions with a defendant or a defendant's attorney about having a live stream going during their case hearing. And they saying, we don't consent and you can't do this, that's not legal, and, back and forth. And she took some heat for that. She does show just about everything that happens in her courtroom. And the spin that her opponent put out there in the campaign was negative. Whereas we know that transparency in the courtroom is a good thing. It might not be the thing that each defendant wants, but it's what the public needs. And so we're sad for that loss. We're going to miss Judge Boyd. All right, here's the plan. They are still banging on my roof. I'm trying to mute it when it does a lot of banging and stuff, but they've been throwing stuff off my roof for a while. Now they're putting stuff back on, I think. Hopefully it'll be a one-day job. Can you do a whole roof in a day? I don't know. These guys they're good. They're good. Later today at 3 o'clock, we're going to be going to the Corey Richards trial. We'll put up a placeholder for that. I don't know if we have anything else that we want to watch today. I haven't seen another court that, let's see. We're not going to jump to another trial that's in the middle of something. Let's see, 44th District is not live right now. Let's see. What else do we have? Judge Simpson is going to be doing landlord-tenant stuff, which is not fun to watch. Let's see, Judge Clark was just live. It's not right now. Let's go to Tammy Rogers, see what she's doing here. I don't see anything. Nope, they're between cases. Looking to see if there's anything else we want to watch before we just call it for the day until this afternoon. Fridays are tough to do court hopping. So many landlord-tenant issues. Here's a traffic docket. And nobody's there. Nice. Maybe we could go to Oaks. What's the Oaks one? Royal Oaks. I'm just not seeing anything. All right. I think we're going to... Any car chases? Royal Oak, Michigan. Yeah, that's a fun one. DMV court. 13th Judicial Kansas. Are they up? I didn't see them. Just one second. 13th Judicial Kansas. That's the traffic docket. We went there. They're live, but nothing's happening right now, and I don't see anybody there. So it might be an hour or so before something begins. So, oops. All right, I think we're going to come back at 1 o'clock Mountain Time, 3 o'clock Eastern Time, or maybe a little bit sooner. Probably about half an hour before then. That would put us at 12:30 Mountain, 2:30 Eastern to start. And we'll get settled in for the afternoon arguments about jury instructions and anything else the defense might bring up. I don't think there will be much else. But Kim's like, oh man, got a short day. Wait, we could go later tonight. You don't know. Marcia, thank you very much, Marcia Braga. Is it Marcia or Marcia? I think it's Marcia. Thank you very much. Glad you could come in and say hi. Let's see. I'll be on the replay crew. How much time will defense waste today? I don't think a lot. But it could be spicy. What is that for non-Americans? An hour or two? So if you're in Europe, you're basically 5 or 6 hours ahead of us. So add 5 or 6 to the number I say on the East Coast side, and that would be 3 o'clock. That puts you at 9 or 10 tonight. If you're in Europe, and that's Greenwich time roughly. Go get acupuncture. I used the jackhammer thing like for half the battery this morning, and it's feeling better a little bit. Betty says, I watched the podcast. I feel your pain with the massage incident. Oh my goodness, that was... I told you I'd share the story, and I'd turn red, and both things happened. So, yeah. New to this court TV thing, do any Canadian courts live stream? Laura, I think there are some... one level of appellate court that you can get video of, because I seem to remember seeing a video of Ian Runkle doing that, but generally, no. I don't think they live stream. Maybe it's heading that direction though. I'd like to see that openness happen. Bing and Billy says, "Don't leave." Just wear shorts next time. Yeah. Judge Jason Elmore. Where's he at? Let's take a quick peek. Judge Jason Elmore.
And does the defense so stipulate for the same purposes as to that exhibit?
I do, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. People's Exhibits 1, 2, and 3 are hereby admitted.
Do you know what this case is? Do we know what's in that little window? What's flags? Let me see.
First, the court notes that these reports all contain adequate information to establish the date and jurisdiction issues of September 18th of 2025 within Lake Township here in Missaukee County, and the address of the defendant is within Missaukee County. And of course, both list the defendant's name.
About a month, 1 month. Yeah, everyone take the survey, and please make sure you mention that you really like the live stream and to continue doing that. Judge is reading all the allegations.
All right, the court notes in exhibit number 1, the first portion of that, which was 3 pages long, that there was a report of an individual using a mobile device or smartphone to videotape through a window an unclothed person.
All right. We're going to bail on that one. So we're not doing the Peeping Tom trial. I think we're going to call it. Judge Webster started again? Judge Webster, Kansas 13th. 13th District, Kansas. Come on. 13th District, Kansas. You could use me a little Judge Webster today. Traffic starting. There we go.
Mentioned on January 16th, you failed to appear. Also before that, you failed to post an OR bond when ordered. And you had a new bond set at $2,500. We reduced that $2,500 cash or surety to OR on February 10th. And it looks like you did finally get your bond posted on February 10th. But no, I did not have what Mr. Dean was talking about with the diversion, but it sounds like he's given you some time to take care of that. What's your intention at this time, Mr. Alexander?
I did receive some papers of, I don't know if it's diversion at this point, but I did receive some papers from y'all. Whenever y'all sent them, and I guess they're saying that I haven't filled out like every signature on there. So I don't know if I'm supposed to get him back to refill them out, or
let's try to just get to it. Did you get a letter that looks like this? Greenwood County Attorney's letterhead says
those are the
diversion
papers.
Agreement.
Those are the papers that I think I received.
Giving you instructions. It looks like they've been mailed to the mailers that have been returned. It looks like they emailed you a copy. Are you able to print and execute that?
Address, hang on.
I don't know if I've received the email.
Okay.
But I received those papers.
All right. If you've got these papers, then this next up document behind the cover letter, it says diversion agreement. It tells you what your rights are that you're waiving by entering the diversion.
Mm-hmm.
And then it looks like starting on page 2 of the diversion agreement, generally they highlight everything for you where you need to initial. Just put your initials there saying that you've read and understand that.
Mm-hmm.
The costs are outlined. And then what you need, and then there's another page for you to sign at the end of that agreement.
Mm-hmm.
And then a notice of diversion for you to sign. Just everywhere it says defendant. Then an order to continue for you to sign. And then you take that, put it back in the mail to us. Looks like they had probably indicated you needed to pay it on the cover letter. It tells you how much you need to pay. If you're not able to get all that paid at one time, then usually we'll take at least a portion of that, at least $100 or half of it, and then give you 6 months to pay the rest of it all.
Okay. Now I do have proof. I don't have proof of me probably signing no papers, but I do have proof of me that
use your words.
Some type of check, whatever, of me having proof of paying one of the things off for that, and then I'm supposed to be paying another check for I think around April or something, so that way it can be paid off. But I did end up paying one part for that.
Okay. Gotcha. Let me check on it. That. So when you sent the check in, you didn't send it in with the actual diversion agreement?
No, I should have. Everything was sent to each other.
When did you mail that?
Probably yesterday or the day before yesterday. One of them around that time frame. They said that we had to hurry up or else. Yeah, so I tried to hurry up before today, before court.
Okay, Judge. Well, if he sent that in, that was part of the notes that I had received. Good chance we haven't received that yet. I won't receive it until Monday, but I did ask just so that we know. If that's the case, what I would ask is we just wait till I get a response. This was the only case set for the 10 o'clock docket. And we can just wait, and if once I get a response, if we know we've received it, great. Either way, I would be asking we just set this over to the next docket day to make sure that we got the paperwork. And once we know that we've got that portion of the paperwork, the stay order should be on file, and maybe at that point in time, nobody would even need to appear. But even coming from Wichita, we should get the mail within the next couple of weeks before our next hearing.
All right.
Yes, Mr. Alexander.
I have another question. Okay, now I do apologize for taking up y'all's time because I have time too as well, just like y'all do, and I'm pretty sure like I don't want to keep going through this just how y'all want to keep going through this. So like, is there any way I can like what am I supposed to do for real, for real, for real?
Okay,
in order
Mr.
for this to
Alexander,
get-
if you've done what you just told me you've done, then you've done what you need to do. Then the only thing remaining would be to complete the diversion agreement, which is basically pay off the balance, not have any law violations during the time period the diversion runs, which probably a 6-month time period. Yes, it's a 6-month time period from the date the diversion's filed. And I'm just going to note, you'd indicated that trial, usually most prosecutors are just continuing on with trial. Okay, looks like we have received some of it, but the second page where all the costs are was not initialed, and didn't get the whole notice of diversion page, but did get half the payment. So,
Could we maybe have an appointment where he shows up at your office and you make sure he gets everything done, Mr. Dean?
yeah, so this second page where it lists the costs, that did not get done.
That didn't get initialed, right?
It did not get initialed. I tell you what, Judge, why don't we just do this on the record and have him confirm, and I'll initial in his stead if you're good with that, Mr. Alexander.
There you go. We can get this moving.
Great.
And then we can just actually take this off the docket, and you'll just be on diversion. That sound good with you, Mr. Alexander?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The first one is paragraph 8, starts actually on the front page. I'm just going to read each one of these to you. 8, waiver of counsel is the heading for it. The defendant hereby acknowledges being advised of the defendant's right to have an attorney represent said defendant in this case. The defendant further acknowledges that said defendant has been advised that if said defendant cannot afford to hire an attorney of his own choosing, the court may appoint an attorney to represent said defendant in this case. Notice, notwithstanding the defendant's right to counsel, the defendant waives this right and asks the court to proceed in this case without an attorney. Do you agree with that statement or that portion of the agreement?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and actually I think you've done that already on the record when we started the bench trial on this case. So I'm going to put KJA on your behalf. Waiver of service, paragraph 9. The defendant acknowledges that he is obligated to keep the county attorney's office advised of his current address and understands that notice of any alleged violation in or scheduled hearing will be made by certified mail to his last known address, and failure to respond to that notice. A noticed hearing will result in a warrant being issued for your failure to appear at the time and place contained in the notice. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
In other words, if you move, that's fine. Just let us know, because
he said yes.
If we're not advised, then well, warrant could come for you if you don't appear at a hearing. But as long as you complete the diversion, make the payments as you've already worked out with the county attorney's office, there should be no need for a hearing. All right, the defendant stipulates, this is 10, the defendant stipulates and admits to the facts alleged in the complaint, information filed in this action, and to the following facts. To wit, the defendant admits that on or about the 6th day of August 2025, the defendant was driving a 2017 Kia with Kansas plate number 9237 with capital A, capital H, capital Z in Greenwood County, Kansas. The defendant was on U400 and mile marker 351 in Greenwood County, Kansas. Law enforcement pulled the driver over after hearing that a Wilson County Sheriff's deputy pulled the defendant over, and it showed the defendant was suspended due to a system issue. He let the defendant go. Law enforcement in Greenwood County pulled the defendant over and issued a ticket charging the defendant. Driver was suspended, no proof of insurance. The defendant further stipulates the facts are sufficient to stand a conviction on all charges. Now, what that means is that if you violate your diversion and we move to revoke it, and the court does revoke it, this, we'd be doing a trial just on this agreement. So in other words, we don't get to restart the trial. That's just part of what you give up to give the opportunity for diversion. And, as long as you complete it, the case gets dismissed. So I will initial that for you. You shook your head, but for the record, you agree.
I'm sorry. Yes, sir.
All right. The defendant agrees and understands.
Let me
defendant, understands.
As he's reading these, he's doing all this so he doesn't have to have an appointment with the defendant at his office. The judge is like, just have him go to your office and sign it. Go through all this. And he's like, how about I just read it now? He's probably, he probably just doesn't want to go into the office. He's probably in his home office. Funny. It's funny. But the judge has nothing else on the docket. That's the only reason she's letting this fly. Otherwise, she's like, no, you advise and counsel your client on your own time, not on the court's time.
Condition 1, said defendant will refrain from violation of any laws of the United States or any state or city ordinance. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
I will initial that for you. Said defendant will pay a fine on count 1 amount of $100. You agree?
I got to pay another fine?
It's the same fine you're already paying. This is just, this is the part you didn't get initialed when we sent it in. These are the same funds. It's not an additional amount of funds.
Okay.
These are the same amounts that you've already paid 1/2 of, and you've got 1/2 left to pay.
Okay.
The defendant will pay a fine at count 2 of $300. That was the no insurance. That's the mandatory minimum set by the state. So the defendant will pay a diversion application fee amount of $100. You agree?
Yes, sir.
And you agreed to the $300 fine I just referenced before?
Yes, sir.
Said defendant will pay a court cost amount of $108, which is just the standard traffic court cost. You agree?
Yes, sir.
Said defendant agrees to be supervised through the diversion supervisor in the county attorney's office and will provide notice of any change of address or employment to the county attorney's office within 10 days of that change. Do you agree?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then I'm going to sign at the bottom of that page. So this was a waiver of attorney, waiver of service if you change addresses without letting us know. This was the stipulation of facts. No additional facts if revoked.
The fines.
And then we agree that these amounts are going to be paid, which you've already paid 1/2, and no law violations. Keep us notified where you're living. And then I've signed at the bottom. So all I've done is place initials, which will be filed with that document. And then the one additional item is this notice of diversion, which just gets filed in the court record that just indicates that the parties have entered into a diversion and the case should be taken off the trial docket. There's a place for you to sign. You agree that I can sign that for you with we just do an S/ just showing that you've approved it. Do you agree?
Yes, sir.
Oh.
Now consider
So
yourself.
I'm not putting anything additional except for the /S/ and
then you sign yours.
With that being done on the record, I believe this case can now be removed from the docket.
You have been successfully
All
diverted. Now
right.
pay your fees.
Now, before I actually review it, Mr. Alexander, I've heard you basically commit to completing this diversion per the conditions of the contract, or it can be revoked. And if it is revoked, then we're not going to go back to an evidentiary trial or a live trial. I'll basically just look at that paperwork that you stipulated to that, and you'll basically be found guilty. So either complete your diversion as agreed to, or you'll basically be convicted. In the short of it. Okay. All right. At this time, I am going to remove your case.
Sorry,
from
Your
my
Honor, one more thing. There was one page I left out, and
right.
Sir, it was after these. Apologize, Your Honor, I missed this.
No problem.
After these initials that we went over, where it was the waiver of counsel, stipulated facts, the fees, and then I signed at the bottom. You actually had a signature page at the back, and let me finish this. That was and then we had the notice of diversion. This was basically the signature line for the agreement. I have just put the /S/ above defendant's signature line, and I'm indicating the defendant acknowledged on the record via Zoom to the agreement on March 13th, 2026 at, we'll just call it
32?
10:15, probably when we started it.
Okay, very good.
So that's all. I don't have the greatest handwriting, but that's all that says. The defendant acknowledged on the record via Zoom to the agreement on March 13th, 2026 at 10:15 a.m. You approve?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Bless you.
Okay, so I will take this off of my docket, Mr. Alexander, but you're still obligated to the county attorney under the terms of a contract that you will do those things that you just went over with Mr. Dean. And if you do, then he will honor his part of the contract and dismiss the case, and the charges will not become convictions on your record.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Any
For the
questions?
mayor, I was just going to check with him, Mr. Alexander. I believe you're the last of the other half of the payments due sometime in April. I think you worked out with the county attorney's office. That sound accurate? All right. So get that payment made then, and don't have any law violations for the two main highlights, and keep that up for 6 months, and this case can be dismissed. All right.
Yes, sir.
Good luck to you, sir. Your Honor, I don't have anything further from the state.
Mr. Dean, does he have a copy of that contract, or will you send that?
I will send it to him. I'm gonna scan this in and send it to. I've executed as well. I'm gonna scan it into the county attorney's office so they can get it on the file, and I'll let them know that we just did it on the record and preserved it in that fashion.
So, Mr. Alexander, be looking for that agreement. Make sure you get it. If you don't, call the county attorney and get a copy, because you want to refer back to that from time to time. Keep it where you can see it to remind yourself to do what it says what you said you would do.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Mr. Alexander, I'm gonna let you know, in 25 years of doing traffic court, you're the only individual I felt that you probably had a defense that you didn't know how to properly bring. So I stopped a bench trial midstream. And then we did allow you to apply for a diversion, and I completed that diversion agreement for you via Zoom. So just know that I worked with you probably as much as anybody would work with you. And if you I hope you never run into an issue like this, but don't count on a different county attorney doing the same. Okay? Good luck to you, sir. I hope everything works out well for you.
All right. Thank you.
You may go, Mr. Alexander.
All right. Appreciate you.
Thank you. Now, Miss Young is here, and remind me who your client is.
Good morning, Your Honor. I have Alonzo Andres.
Is he with you or here on the screen somewhere?
He's not in the car.
I don't think he is. I think I just was wanting to enter a plea. I think the state and I have something worked out, hopefully.
Well, we do have an interpreter here, so you don't think he's going to be here? Missy, you haven't seen him?
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I usually require them to be here even when they have counsel, but sometimes if you don't practice here a lot, you don't know that that's kind of my standing.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. We're on the record in GW 2026 TR 109, State of Kansas versus Alonzo Miguel Andreas. County Attorney Polly Dean and defendant not in person but by counsel Lauren Conrad Young. We also have in Spanish interpreter Sonia Barron, but she does not have anyone to interpret to, apparently. Miss Young, you said you told your client he didn't have to be here?
Your Honor, I don't know what my staff communicated with him. I think he speaks a different dialect, so maybe he's not understanding. They're usually from Guatemala and don't have much understanding of anything, unfortunately, just because of their education level. So I'm not sure he understood or knows. I don't know what the communication was.
So there's no point in asking Miss Barron to interpret today, it sounds like. He's not here. Okay.
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Okay. Mr. Dean, do you have an agreement? Or
It was a rather broad.
I believe so, Your Honor, but just to touch base with Miss Young, one, I'd ask that we just release Miss Barron. Thank you for being here. And allow Miss Young and I to have a quick breakout room.
Very well. Thank you.
I think we can come back on and announce. It's been been more than a day or two since I talked with Miss Young, so I just want to confirm with her to make sure we're all on the same page.
All right, Ms. Barrett.
Yes, so sorry.
And Missy, if you can please put Mr. Dean and Miss Young in a breakout room.
Thank you, Judge. Goodbye.
You're welcome. Goodbye. See you next time, maybe.
Bye-bye. She's already gone. It's just me and the judge. Judge, how are you doing? Do you want to stick around and chat for a little bit? Got a couple of questions you could ask, off the... All right. I see how you are. All right. With that, we're going to end it right there. We're going to be back this afternoon with the Corey Richards trial. 2:30 on East Coast. 12:30 Mountain Time. Adjust your time zones accordingly. But there we go. Glad we could get with you a little bit this morning for a little catch up. Watch some fun courts. Thank you, Josh, for those links. If I get time, because I'm still working on a tax thing. If I get time, I'm going to try to make some sound effects that don't involve hammering on my roof. If the hammering is continuing through Corey Richards, I'm just going to mute my mic through all that. We're just going to watch, and I'll just won't talk. So I want it to be able to be fun to watch court today for you guys, and that'll be priority. So I just ate some more spicy pistachios. Whew, and they're right in the back of my throat right now. So tonight when you go home, please hug the people you love, smile at someone, make their day just a little bit better, and please stay safe. We're live again about 3 o'clock, 2:30 actually, this afternoon with the Corey Richards trial. We'll put a placeholder up in a little bit, and you can't hear it. We can't hear it. Oh. I've been muting when they start banging a lot. But is there going to be a portal? No portal yet. It's not. I don't have a placeholder yet. But turn on notifications. Get notified when it happens. We'll go live here this afternoon. So you guys have a great afternoon. We'll see you in a couple hours. Have a good one. Happy Friday. Bye-bye.
Hello.